All right, so the A's played the Kansas City Royals today and lost 3-1. Obviously, we'd played the Royals 2 series ago, but we headed up to Kansas City to play them for another series here, and lost 3-1. Like I said, I mean, the A's offense just so dormant. This is like the worst A's offense I've seen in a very long time. Most games, I feel like it's either one run we're scoring or none. And, it's really clear that the A's just don't have the power in them to be producing runs. And it's sad because, the A's had the potential to have some young talent with good bats, but the A's, just cannot get runs on the board. I mean, you look at this game, we only scored one run and lost. We scored one run in the game prior to this to the Mariners and lost. We got shut out to the Mariners and lost the game before that. Only scored two against the Mariners and lost, in the game before that. You get the story here. It goes on. I mean, we did beat the Royals on last Sunday. That was our most recent win. But then we also got shut out to them in the game prior to that. So it's just really the theme I'm sort of bringing up here is that the A's offense is just so unexciting and just not producing anything. I mean, they can get guys on base. They had 6 hits today, but they're just not bringing anyone in. And as a result, you're not going to win any ball games, no matter how good your pitching is. And, while we're on that subject, the A's don't have great pitching either. So, yeah, the Royals had veteran Zach Greinke on the mound. He had a pretty good performance tonight. Kansas City got their first run of the game on an Olivares solo homer, and that was to left field, and that was off Cole Irvin. Irvin, shaky start. I wouldn't say it was a bad start, but it wasn't a great start either. Olivares hitting like 380 right now. He was his first home run, obviously, so he's sort of on the up and coming. The A's got their only run of the game off Seth Brown's RBI single, and that was off Zach Greinke, bringing in Tony Kemp around from second. Yeah, I feel like when we get runs, it's usually from Seth Brown producing it because he's just pretty consistent with guys on base, but not really anyone else. Olivares, definitely player of the game. He got his second home run in the bottom of the 5th inning, another solo homer. So what a day for him, and that made it 2-1 Kansas City. Then Kansas City got a Carlos Santana RBI single, and that was also off Cole Irvin. So he did allow all 3 of those runs, and that was in the left field. So their offense sort of woke up again and brought in that run. So yeah, they led 3-1 in that one, and then Barlow sealed the win for Kansas City. The A's just really couldn't get anything to go. I mean, they did have the tying run at the plate, but nothing was really going for them. They could not bring their runners around. And so the Royals pitching was pretty solid, only holding the A's to 1 run. And that 1 run, it just wasn't even, that good, for being honest. I mean, the A's pitching wasn't horrible. Irvin pitched the majority of this game. He did allow 3 runs. He struck out 4. Acevedo and Pruitt, pretty solid. I will give Pruitt credit. I feel like I don't know too much about him, but when he pitches, he's pretty solid. For the A's, they had about 2/3 of their hits come from Murphy and Brown. I feel like those guys are sort of the usual suspects, and so they each had 2 hits. For the Royals, like I said, Greinke, solid outing, but he pitched the whole game. They kind of had the bullpen come in following, his run that he allowed, Greinke. So, Coleman, Quas, and Barlow were lights out. The Royals bullpen shut us down. I mean, we're the worst team in baseball. They're like up there as one of the worst teams in baseball. I think they're second worst besides us. So, yeah, I mean, they're definitely struggling too, but they pretty much dominated us. They beat us 2 out of 3, and then they beat us today, and I'm sure they're going to beat us again at some, whether it be in the next game or the game following that. And then the A's, their schedule coming up, very difficult if you think about it. They got the Yankees for a 3-game series, like the best team in baseball practically. Then they have the Mariners, who in theory aren't that hard, but then we got swept to them. And then we have the Blue Jays, and then the Astros, and then the Rangers, and then the Astros again. So we just have division rival after division rival, and we're at the bottom. So the A's, very bad offense. The offense is not there. That's been clear for a while, so this is nothing new, but we lose 3-1 to the Royals. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys later, and yeah, go A's.